So I want to make a quick video to show some of the features of this new modified flight test Arrow build that I just completed. First and foremost, you can see the elevons look pretty different. They're made of balsa wood. It's a little more stiff, a little less flexing during maneuvers. They're also extended into the prop wash so that they provide a little bit of a thrust vectoring feature, which I haven't made in this particular one yet, but on a previous build it was very effective. All you had to do is give it a little bit of a throttle with control input and the thing would just swing around like nobody's business. Thought these were kind of cool. I just made my control horns out of popsicle sticks. I used the stencil from the printout that I had to figure out what size to make them and where to put the holes, etc. So they do more or less match what the flight test guys created. So you can see the electronics pod here is quite different. It's much bigger than the flight test version. What I did here was I used the same power pod you can see on the back here, but I just kind of filled it in around it and then used my knife to taper it down a little bit to allow more airflow to reach into the prop wash. You can see kind of this area here would be blocked otherwise, so just slightly better airflow through the propeller area. Up front here I've got my Runcam, so I've cannibalized this little FPV setup off of like 3 or 4 different models now. I love it, and I have it set up with an OSD. It gives me my voltage readout straight from the battery. It's all filtered, etc. I put this plywood protector around it that extends out a little bit beyond the lens, so it's nice and protected. And you can see my little receiver antenna popping out there. So I'll open it up here. It's just, you know, a little bit roomy. I've got one of the small stabilized receivers in here. There's my XT60. I just popped a dowel behind it there just because unfortunately I made it kind of short and it doesn't really extend into a position where it's easy to plug into, so the dowel provides like some push in this direction so that when I'm plugging into it, it doesn't move anywhere, and it works pretty well. Seems to be doing the trick. So there's just enough room in there for like a 1500 milliamp 3S or one of those graphene 1300s, but it fits pretty well. You can see the back of the video setup. All my video equipment is in this area of the wing under here. I was considering maybe opening up a small port here just to provide a little bit of cooling. Alright, you can let me know what you think in the comments, I guess. That would be like the hole in the back where any air would come out. I did provide a little bit of a hole there for cooling. I was considering maybe even putting a scoop up here for the ESC just to provide a little bit of airflow inside there. This is just a little piece of tape so it's easy access into the hatch here. But yeah, there it is. It's my modified flight test Arrow, the Frankenplane.